Hey guys, what's going on? In this video I'll be doing an unboxing of the BeamsWork double high lumen LED Pent light fixture. I got this one on aquatraders.com, but they're also available from top dog sellers on eBay. On aquatraders.com I paid $49 plus tax, came to about $54 shipped, so it's a pretty good price. I like it a lot. We'll see what it looks like when we get it open. This particular model, the 30-inch model, is 160 LEDs that are 0.2 watts each. This one does 2800 lumens. It's 6500K. The entire fixture uses 32 watts, and it's 30 inches long, 7.5 inches wide, and an inch and a quarter thick. So it's a pretty thin fixture. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get this box open. Before I do that, I want to go over the box really quickly. This is the box that it ships in. There's no box that I took out. This is in the box that was in a box. So the box itself looks like it made the trip pretty good. I also like that it's just a plain white box, no graphics on it. Companies that put a lot of time and effort into putting graphics on their boxes, it's just time and money and research and development that raises the price of the product. So these plain white boxes, it keeps the cost of the unit really cheap, which I prefer because I'm just going to end up throwing the box away anyway. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get it open. There's a box, side of a box. So here's the light fixture itself. Look at that. I'm very excited to finally get my hands on it. It's been in the mail for a few days. I live in California. I think they shipped it from Texas, so it took I think like 4 or 5 days. Alright. Look at all those LEDs. I think on the website they had like the 24-inch model shown that has less LEDs, so I'm kind of surprised to see how many LEDs it actually has. I think, like I said, this one has 160. I'm not going to count them all, but I'm gonna take their word for it. This is the power supply, wrapped in its own bubble wrap. Feels to be made of aluminum, at least some kind of metal. So metal power supply with plastic end caps. It has a really nice thick cord going to the wall, and then a thinner cable going up to the fish tank itself. Let's see. I'm glad it has a thin cable going up to the tank. You know, these are just easier to work with. So that looks to be about 5, maybe going on 6 feet long. And if these models, you can get a timer, and a timer you'd unscrew this and put the timer there and screw it back together. This is kind of cool because if this is on top of your tank and you need to work on your tank, you can just unscrew this, unscrew it, and take the light off your tank. That way you don't have to pull this out from behind your tank. Just makes things a little bit easier. Also, if you ever need to replace the power supply, you just unscrew this, get a new power supply, screw it back in. You don't have to replace the entire get together, the whole thing. Alright, so the fixture itself is made of, I believe, aluminum. For certain metal, it has these little legs that pull out. They're a little bit rough sometimes, so I'm not going to do that on camera, but they pull out. I believe it goes to 36 inches wide. Like I said, it's 7.5 inches wide and 1.25 inches thick. So it's pretty thin, as you can see there. Very thin. It has a plexiglass splash guard. I would like to have seen a glass one. Glass ones are just easy to clean and keep clean. Also, they're not as easy to scratch, but for 50 bucks, you know, what are you gonna do? All right, so let me get this plugged in, and we'll turn it on. All right, so first we're gonna do. It has 2 modes. It has like the low mode and full on. So we're gonna start with the low. Make sure it's the center frame. Alright, so here we go. This is going to be the low. And it's very bright for just the low. I think there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 LEDs on right now. So we're going to turn it on full bore. Good Lord. Yeah, that thing is bright. Let you guys see what I see. Yeah, that thing's pretty bright. this is going to be going on my 20 long fixture, so I'm a little bit worried about with the 20 long being such a shallow tank. It might be too bright, but I've seen a lot of people using them on 20 longs before, so it'll probably be alright. Alright guys, well let me get this on the tank. It's going to be going on and show you it on there, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got it up on the tank. As you can see, it's very, very thin. I really like the look of that, especially with it on my rimless or de-rimmed 20-gallon long tank. It looks really nice. Let me turn off the lights, or turn down the lights. Alright, so I'm going to show you it with it low. So that's low. That's the 16 LEDs only. And here it is the rest of the way. It might be hard to tell on camera, but in person, it is ridiculously bright. I am a little worried that it might be too much, especially on this tank with the substrate being as banked as high as it is in the middle right there. We'll see. I don't know. It's definitely a lot of light. One other thing I want to touch on before I end this video is I counted the LEDs. There's only 120 LEDs. I was looking at it, I'm like, there's no way that can be 160. So it's 40 short of what it says on the website, at least on aquatraders.com. And I flipped over to get this to sit properly. You take these little feet off. Let me turn the light back on. You flip these feet over. You flip these feet over to get it to sit. So it gives it a little, about ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch raised off the top of your tank. So that's nice. It gives it a little extra height. And I also pull these out. I think it goes closer to like 40 inches. They pull out really far. So this is just the unboxing and first look video. Once I get this tank up and running, obviously there's no water in it. Once I get the water in it and I'm able to see how it does growing plants, I'm going to have dwarf hairgrass, Pogostemon helferi, S. repens, and AR mini in this tank. So those are all very demanding plants. So I have almost no doubt this light is going to be able to grow any of those. But like I said, this is just the unboxing. The full review I'll link in this video once it's filmed. So if you're watching this in a year from now, you'll be able to see that full review. So yeah, this is the BeamsWork Bubble Bright Lumen something or another LED light. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'll do my best to get back to you. I definitely want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know, and I will do my best to get back to you. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.